Okay, now that we have a website set up, we need some pages on there. Get some content going. So, as we're in our web page here, we can hit Create Page, this icon with the green plus sign. And this brings us to our page builder interface. We have 4 different options for pre-made templates for different types of web pages. So the very basic web page is what we're going to make here first. This is just basic text, video, whatever you want to embed in a normal formatted website. This is what you're going to use for 90% of your pages. But they have a couple special tools that you might want to use occasionally, and we're going to learn these next. You have announcements, which is like a mini blog. A filing cabinet, which is documents, a place to store and sort and organize your files. You can even make your own website that nobody looks at just for your files as a backup. So maybe you're working at school. You can use the files and upload them to Google Sites and then go home on your home computer and access the same files through your own personal filing cabinet website. And then you have a list where you can sort, say, links, things of that nature. You probably won't use this one too much. The best thing is maybe for links and resources that you want students to be able to use. So let's make web page first. We'll name it Notes. We're going to make a page of notes because all teachers got to have their notes, right? And the great thing about using a teacher web page, again, we keep iterating, is it's going to organize information and give students more access to it. How often do you have a kid say, Mr. Smith, Mr. Grosso, whatever, I lost my notes, or I didn't take notes, or whatever? They can always go to your website, and you never have to worry about printing another copy. They can find it on their own. So let's create our notes page. If you are very familiar with the word processor, this part's going to be extremely easy for you because it's basically just a simple little word processor in making your web page format. As you can see, this highlighted box here is the part that I can edit and add text to. The rest is the layout of my website. Notice how that I made the page, it automatically made a link on the side here for my notes page. Again, this is the great part about using something such as Google Sites is they try to make it super easy, and what you see is what you get. So all you have to do is tell it what you want and it makes it for you. As teachers, being so busy making a class website, you might not have time for all the advanced HTML and coding. It's nice to be able to just quickly and easily put content out there for your students. So real basic, let's say on my notes I want to have maybe some key concepts and then vocabulary. And I want this to be more organized than this one big box. So one of the cool tools that you're going to use a lot is if you click on Layout up here, you have the variety of formatting that it'll do for your content. You can have 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, etc. These, again, you have 1 column, 2 column, but these have headings. You can see the little preview of what the content will look like. You can even have sidebar. If I click here, I have a header, footer, sidebar, main body, so this is kind of neat. But for mine to keep simple, I'm going to hit 2 column. On the left, I'm going to put key concepts. Here, I'm going to put vocab. Don't worry, I'm not going to type up all my notes, just a quick little blurb so you can see how to use the basic formatting. But if the student logs into your site, you don't want them to have tiny little headings. You want your headings to stand out so they know where to access your information. When you visually communicate things, you really want your heading to be big. So to do that, you might normally try to format it yourself, change the font, the size, make it bold. But real simple, the easiest thing to do is click Format, and you have these various types of automatic formatting. These different headings are a great way to organize your information. So I'm going to put the big heading here, and notice when I click that, that automatically made it big. When I hit Enter, because Google Sites knows you made a heading, whatever comes after heading is normal content. Notice my text goes back to normal. I don't have to reformat the new text. That's the key feature of using the heading tool instead of maybe manually making it bold and larger. So let's say some of my key concepts here is, let's say science is awesome, cells are small, I don't know, some random stuff here, and my class rocks. This is obviously the most important concept I created, so if I want to highlight that and make that stand out, I can come up here, go to highlight, text background color, and choose whatever color I want to highlight it. So maybe we'll make it a bright green, and it stands out. Now let's say I don't like that. I want it to disappear. then you would click whatever background color you have. So ours is brown, so I would click that, or I'd click white, and whatever your background color is, you'll click on to make it disappear. I'm going to keep it green. Do the same thing with vocab real quick. Format, heading. But this time I want my vocabulary to be in a list. So I'll use my numbered list tool real quick. We'll say endoplasmic. Type in my definitions real quick, hit enter, type in the next definition. Alright, now a couple features to point out here. Notice I misspelled apparatus, and that's why it has this red squiggly underline. It also has red squiggly underline on these other words, but that's pretty much just because Google Sites has never seen endoplasmic or Golgi before, so it doesn't even know how to spell it. But I'm pretty sure apparatus is something I misspelled. So if I right click on it, I can go up here to apparatus. These are Google Sites' best guesses as to what the proper spelling is, so I can click on apparatus. The other feature, let's say you type up lots of notes about cells and you're tired of seeing this red squiggly line for Golgi or endoplasmic, so I can right click on this and add to dictionary, and now the dictionary will know endoplasmic is a properly spelled word and can check for it in the future. So there. Let's say I want to change the color of my words. Maybe I want the vocab word to be bold, and then I can use text color to maybe make it red, so my word is bold and red, and then the definition is normal text. So that's some basic formatting that you can do. And we'll hit save, and now my page is saved, and here's what it will look like on the web for all your students to see. But then I'm looking at the page and I go, wait a minute, oops, I have an empty bullet here, I need to fix this. You'll click on the edit page icon with the little pencil, and I can either add a definition or delete it. And I might say, oh, I also want to have pictures. So maybe I want 3 columns, so I can hit layout, hit 3 columns. It'll automatically keep your content and just add the new stuff there for you. So now I have a new layout. Okay, so that's what's great about Google Sites. It's very easy to edit and modify once you've created it. And maybe you want to attach things. Let's say you actually have printed or a Word document of your notes. You can attach it right here. Choose file, and I'll attach. Okay, and you can attach whatever file you're looking for. I'll pretend this is my notes, and then it's automatically embedded right on the page as soon as you can click this. Also, you can turn this comments feature off later. I'll show you how, or you can leave it on, which is kind of neat, because students can add comments. Like they might say, oh, I still don't understand vocab, or hey, Mr. Smith, you're missing something that you said you're going to upload. Whatever, they can add some comments right here to kind of increase that communication that we're looking for. Okay, so here we are with our basic notes page set up. So you need to take a second to practice and make sure you remembered what I just taught you. So go ahead and make your own page. And to get your own feedback, you'll look at your page and see if it looks just like this, and you know how to use those skills. And then you can go on to the next video, which will be how to make subpages.